This is my hometown. This is the school that I went to. This is the church that I went to up to the age of 18. Yeah.
Now, John, you guys had to evacuate, right, the other day?
Yeah, and I went to leave in my car. I had a flat tire, so I borrowed the neighbor's car across the street and went down and met with them and just watched, the sadness come down. These fires have ruined the illusion of permanence and control. We have no control. We learned that with the pandemic. It's like but I just never realized how vulnerable we all are, and it's not. This could happen. These fires, natural disaster, and then some believe that some places weren't, obviously. But this could happen anywhere, and to see the resilience of people, and to see my wife, who if I would have had a Superwoman outfit, I would have brought it for her to wear today. She said before, she said, "Don't talk about me, don't brag about me," but I have to. As soon as this happened, she bolted from where we were. Left me with the kid, which was great because I love him, and went, came straight here. I think you just drove around Altadena and said,
I did.
"Where do I go? What do I do?" And landed here at your church.
Well, and Victory Bible Church, which is straight up from here.
Okay.
That's where I've been spending most of my time. It is a Black Baptist church, and if you know, Altadena is has an amazing historically Black community, and it was really wonderful to be a part of that, and the way they uplifted everyone. And they've all been there for the entire community. It's been a real beautiful thing, a real bright light in this extreme darkness.
It doesn't define who we are. What we do next defines who we are. And that's what she's doing, and I'm so proud of her, and I'm proud of everybody that's been involved. This community is a middle to lower class community, working class community, correct?
Very working class.
Yeah.
Turn heads with stunning casual wear now at minimum 50% off only at Myntra Right to Fashion sale.
टारगेट कौन है?
मेरा क्लाइंट जानना चाहता है तुम्हें.
This community is a middle to lower class community, working class community, correct?
Very working class.
Yeah.
This, we were calling it kind of the heart of Hollywood because so many people who work in Hollywood live here, but they aren't the names that you know, or they work behind the scenes, and they need to work.
Exactly. That was both my parents. Both my parents were below the line type people. My dad was a visual effects producer. My mom cut and spliced film together, and back when they were doing that. So yes, and it was all people like them here. And
what was it like to see the devastation? You drive over here, and this is a place that means the world to you. There's a house here that your parents grew up. What was that like?
It's devastating. It's heartbreaking, and there's so many people going through it right now. But what I think is getting all of us through is our big hearts. So many people have been showing up here to volunteer, to give, and it's such a beautiful thing to see and know that we are all dedicated to making sure that these people continue to own their homes. One of the most heartbreaking things to me is if these people end up selling to developers and they end up not having enough money to ever buy a home in California again. And that would be the worst thing. So I'm going to work really hard to help keep these people in this town, keep the charm of this town. I mean, I grew up in the most diverse, beautiful city here, and I wanted to stay that way. I wanted to stay as charming with all these small businesses. So many people lost their small business and their home at the same time. So many kids lost their school and their home. So I want to rebuild this town to be as resilient and as beautiful as the people who live here.
I should marry her.
You should marry her. I mean, have a baby with her, too.
Yeah. I'm the luckiest man in the world. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah. I also want to ask you about celebrity, because there are a lot of celebrities who lost homes, who've been evacuated, but at the same time are turning around and saying, you know what, let me go help. How important is it to use this megaphone you have to make people understand that there are other people who really need help?
Yeah, it's just that. It's tricky because people go like, oh, what do you need? Don't start a GoFundMe. You have money, blah, blah, blah. The social media is like fire to me. It can be used for good and bad. It can build you up and it can destroy you. It can, so it needs to be respected. Social media right now it's a little dangerous. I mean, a little bit of hope and goodness could light up the world, but hate could spread like a wildfire. And that's the connection to social media and fire right now. We need to be respectful of it. I'm not saying we need to control it, but we need to be respectful of the truth.
Yeah. And remember that we're all human. We are all people who would just like to have a roof over our head and clothes on our back to be able to feed our kids and to educate our kids in a safe place. That's all we all want.
And I also think I want to mention that when I walked in here, it's not like you came down and just dropped some money off. Your wife is out here setting everything up like she's in it, right? How important is it to be a part of this and not, look, you could have just written a check and said, guys, go get some stuff.
No, I want to be here. I want to be here in my community. I want to see these people. I want to give them hugs. I want to be with the children here.
But this is her, you know,